Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play EVE Online. You'll notice our slots here are different. Our ship is different. That's right, we're now flying a Dragoon. Move the drone bay so it's in a more convenient spot. Where I'm still currently training drones 5, I'm maximizing my drone damage by fitting 1 medium, 3 lights of each size of drone. Basically, allowing me to get as much out of this as I can. Now this is a very particular setup. It is basically a high-sec equivalent of a tried and true null-sec routing ship. Well, for the true high-sec equivalent it would have to be the Algos, but the Dragoon here works. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in nullsec, you'll commonly see people using the ship the Vexor Navy issue with an oversized afterburner. You orbit a spot in the site, you'll take virtually no damage ever, and you keep yourself alive with
To give the commands to a drone requires you to have an active target.
You keep yourself alive with a small armor repper. Now I'm just using a meta one. I literally was trying to invest as little ISK into this thing as I could, because I fully expect it to explode at some point, because we might take this into low sec. Haven't really decided yet. There's one blood hideaway done. So you saw just how quick this thing can get through those.
Warp drive active.
I mean, our Punisher probably could have got through it decently quickly as well, but we'll probably blitz through these a lot faster with our Dragoon here. Especially once I can actually start launching a few more drones. I honestly think this 1 medium 3 lights will probably still out DPS 5 lights. I could be wrong. I'm going to be testing that the moment I get drones 5. We're basically just going to putter around this episode and continue doing combat sites. Yeah, it's basically what we have been doing. Yeah, 5k orbit works. And I should note, we're using Amar drones here because we're fighting Blood Raiders. Blood Raiders are weakest to EM thermal damage. Our Amar drones are dealing EM damage. And we're going to want to do that with these, just so we can tell if they start to take damage. They really shouldn't, because these things will probably be more interested in us. But it's always good to be prepared. Now, I'm hoping to get an escalation. I'm probably going to actually just start... back onto the Raider if you could, guys. Didn't realize they had targeted on it themselves. I'm probably going to start making my way to the low sec area I want to run from. Yeah, I think we're actually too close to these frigates. They're still able to hit us with ease. No escalation here. Now, for that low sec, I need to type that in. Link, solar system, enol. And that should take us there. Drones back.
Warp drive active.
I don't think we're going to make it all the way to the gate, because I kind of just drained our capacitor by accident. Whoops. That is a definite whoops moment. Wonder how far we're going to get across the system. Yes, the Dragoon does actually have a fair little bit of capacitor compared to our Punisher. Like, it has about roughly like 300 more capacitor than our Punisher did, purely because of what the Dragoon does. It's an energy neutralizing ship. We made it 40 kilometers of the distance.
Warp drive active.
Well, let's get the rest of the way. I gotta remember to turn that off before we try to warp anywhere. And I really should have picked up a probe launcher. I should really see if Corazar Prime. We will be passing close by Amar. I don't think it's really worth it to stop and pick one up, though. Because this could very well be a combat site. It could also be a wormhole. But right here we have 3 more combat sites. Probably don't even need the armor repair on, because these aren't really the toughest of sites. So yeah, 25% signal strength to even know what it is, so... Once again, these are still Blood Raiders, so it's not going to be a big deal. In this one, we are probably just going to land here, launch our drones, and start telling them where to go and what to shoot. It'll make this probably go a lot faster, especially where we don't have to travel ourselves for anything, and these little drones get to where they need to go pretty quickly. We got that. Yeah, they're gonna come back down here. So the thing I love about drones is there's no hunting ranges. You're just, well, not hunting ranges, but going for certain ranges. You can just fight from whatever range, so long as you have the drone control range to get your drones to go where you want them to go. Which I actually don't for this. So let's, come on guys. Turn in orbit. We have some space to cover. Kind of funny thing is, this ship can fly faster than our Punisher did, thanks to this oversized afterburner. And if you don't know what I mean by oversized, this is a 10 MN afterburner, so it's cruiser sized. You might be thinking, well, I've called destroyers cruisers before, at least I think I have. Might have been in a scrapped recording, I don't know. And they are to a point. They appear like they're cruisers, but they are basically just beefy frigates. They have roughly the same fitting space and everything. Now, one thing I could probably do is fit on some sort of energy turret. Like, I could probably fit a couple small beams, or probably 3 small pulses, and have some sort of damage myself for when, stuff like that happens and my drones are 20 kilometers away and things show up behind me. But I think I'm pretty good as is. Once again, I'm just trying to keep this ship's kind of cheap. It was about 2 mil in total. We're up to about 12 mil now, thanks to a failed recording. Warp
drive active.
Let's move on to this next blood burrow. Oh, there's an NPC mining operation going on. Those are an interesting thing. They also cheat. At least they did last time I was poking at them. But they cheat in a way that I have no way of articulating at the moment, because we don't have access to the stuff I was using. So I can't really show how they were cheating. Just trying to keep an eye on the time. I would kind of like to get to low sec this episode. Low sec, null sec are where the ISK is. There's really no comparing the amount of ISK you can make in those areas compared to, what you can make in high sec. Or, wormhole space is also pretty good for ISK. You just have to have a good wormhole. Should be good just letting my drones finish that up while I get a bit closer to down there. My drone range is 30 kilometers, which is kind of annoying. Especially in a case like this where we're 31. And that rat has no interest in us currently. There we go. Stop ship. These sites are really still no problem for us. We can take them on with relative ease. Now, if I were to get like a 4 out of 10 from an escalation or a 5 out of 10, I would probably not go do that with this. The Punisher, maybe. The Punisher is actually more expensive than this Dragoon. Our Punisher is about 4 mil total. So. And I should also note the main reason why we have a scrapped recording that I've referenced a couple times is I forgot to change where the audio comes out for OBS, so there's just a recording with no audio except for my voice. And yeah, that's not too pleasant. Let's just ignore these little sites. This video will more or less end up being a test of what I want. So I'll just meet you guys when I get to Shokal. So for now, I'm just gonna cut. Okay, and we're back. Now, our autopilot's telling us to go to Artillery. I'm going to go in through Zatamaka. There are multiple reasons for this. One, along the way, I've been looking at Dotlan. It's a really handy website. I'll actually, if I remember, link it in the description. You can basically search a system on it, and it will give you the statistics for the rough last 24 hours. Well, in the last 24 hours... Well, it's more in the last hour. Artillery has had a lot more gate travel than Zatamaka. Meaning, I'm a lot less likely to die going in through this way. Right there was a person. They've left now. Let's get directional scanner open here. That person's probably just Imperi. Either that or they left through one of these other gates, which the only one to low sec from here is Artillery. Now, we're coming in through here, which puts us into Piri, which then leads into the place I wanted to go of Inal. Now, why do I want to go to a null? Because it is empty almost all the time. I know me saying this in a video is going to get it some more traffic. Okay, he didn't come this way. Now that he's really fast.
Warp drive active.
And right here is high-sec. It's only one system of high-sec. It's completely surrounded by low-sec, but we are in high-sec currently. Let's get the probe scanner back open. Oh, there's Kernite and Umbra here. It's actually a hidden hideaway here. Let's go do that quickly. This is a variant of the sites we have been doing.
Warp drive active.
Should be a little more difficult. Probably still won't be terribly too difficult. The sites that we'll do in a null will be much more difficult than the ones we have been doing. And yeah, already we've got a couple cruisers here. This might actually be a fair little challenge. We want to orbit this at, let's go 15. Let's turn these on. Get our Armada drones out. Start working on this sentry gun if we can. Once we get our drones on it, it's not going to matter if we leave control range, because the drones will just keep fighting it. I don't think it can reach us anymore out here either, which is nice. That's what we want to have happen. Now, it's slightly concerning that these have not started shooting at me yet. I think they're they're going after my drones. So I'm going to pull my drones back. Because, oh yeah, that just caused another spawn, I think. So yeah, let's definitely pull my drones back. I don't want to go losing my drones. By pulling them back, you'll notice the NPCs are switching their attention onto me. I'm what I want them to be shooting. Let's get them onto these frigates. Now we'll want... Okay, we already have that set up to focus fire. Let's manually work our way through these frigates. You'll notice most of them are just missing us. And we actually want to be orbiting this from what I've seen. 15. Hopefully they kill that one. There we go. Ah, there's a person here. You'll notice that we're likely going to be getting a lot more in the way of bounty payout from this as well. I'll get on that. I know you guys are probably getting shot at by that other destroyer, but we'll get to him. We'll get to him. We're going to bump this asteroid. Oh, that's not going to be good for us. Let's fly over this way. Bit of manual piloting about to happen here. Pull up, ship. Orbiting that at 15. Okay, he's just passed right on through. This, once again, this is high sec right here, so we are perfectly safe here. Which makes this really nice, as you could imagine. We've made it to our armor now. Not that it particularly matters, because once again, armor is innately good at tanking EM and thermal damage. At least better than shields. And I honestly don't think those cruisers could hurt us. These frigates, yeah, they can hurt us. Don't like one of those cruisers. We'll start working on these frigates once this first cruiser goes down. Because let's be honest, these frigates pose the biggest threat to our drones as well. See if I can get our orbit to a different angle. Because I think we're still going to hit this asteroid. With our drones set to focus fire, we should be pretty safe just letting them go, because our medium drones should follow our lights, but I'm manually ordering them just in case. Yeah, we're gonna lightly bump this, I think. Yep. We phased a little into it and bumped it. I actually think, looking at this is a site that can appear in nullsec, I believe. Because I think I've seen these, at least a Sanchez version. I don't do them because, well, my main character can easily do sites a lot harder than this. And the harder the site, the more payout. They're dealing a fair little bit of armor damage, but we are keeping it repaired. And this is basically ratting. This is only really doable if you're using a drone ship. If you're not, this isn't really doable. Okay, let's clear out these frigates. His shields should at the very least stay down. Could have probably left the infiltrator there to keep pecking away at it. I just want to clear out these frigates before they become a problem. It is rather nice that someone has a citadel set up here, though. And it's Freeport, because I'm NPC Corp, so... basically means it has to be Freeport. From here, we can just kind of leave the drones to do their business. I don't think anything else is going to spawn. Well, something might off of one of these destroyers. Probably that devoter that's 29 kilometers away. Now, for cruiser ratting, expect this kind of setup only on the Arbitrator. It can do it, just not as well as the Vexor can, or the Vexor Navy issue. It's really annoying, actually, but yeah. Yep, there we go. There's another spawn. I'm too far away to do anything to those. Where even are they? Oh, they're way over there. Let's just pull our drones back, just so they don't aggro onto the drones. As once again, I've changed our orbit target. I really don't know what we should orbit here. I'm all in all a little... I haven't done this site before like this, ever, so... Turn off the armor repper temporarily. I'm actually gonna look at this. I want to see who owns it. Oh, Razor Alliance. Razor Alliance. Okay. Okay. Looks like some big boys are starting to move into this area. They've probably realized how lucrative it can be. Let's clear away that. Clear away this little guy. Which actually, funnily enough, means that my main could not dock here. But my main will probably, if I ever come here, I'll be in the next system over. So, or deeper in. This cruiser's almost dead. I know this episode's probably running really long. These sites take a while. Like, that would have been an episode in itself. Let's look at the salvage here. It's a fair little bit of loot. Nothing of particular worth, though, which is the sad part. Let's actually warp to 0 on this Citadel. Couple cosmic signatures here. I wonder if you can get a probe launcher nearby. And some probes. Probably not. Scanning equipment. Scan probe launchers. Core probe 1. 4 jumps. Yeah, that's too far. I was hoping like 1 jump. But yeah. We're gonna end this episode off here. I thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time when we actually enter Losec, wherever that gate is. It's somewhere around here. There's the sun. The sun's pretty. S. That's English. See you all then.